Welcome back, everyone. I'm Chelsea, and today we are having another sit-down interview with Coach Cagle of the Dons basketball team. Thank you for coming in to talk with us today.
Yeah, good to be here.
So let's recap last season for a minute. You finished the season 16-11 and had some pretty good showings at the Bloomfield and OFC tournaments, and came close to making it to the district finals. How does some of that success feed into this season?
Yeah, so I think the last few years we've had winning records and we've had good regular seasons. We've won 16 to 18 games, and but we've made it to the district semifinals, and the other three tournaments we played, we made it to the semifinals. But that's not something we're content with, that we're satisfied with. We're wanting to play on championship night, so that's what I've been talking to the guys about is how do we get over the hump? How do we get past that to where we go from a semifinal team to a championship team? That district semifinal loss being the toughest, because that's what we play for. We want to advance right there at the district, win a district championship, advance, and see what we can do in postseason play. So, yeah, we've had success, but it's not where we want to be. We want to be a championship night type of team.
Yeah. You had 3 seniors last year. Talk about the team this year and some of the roles that you're looking for out of your players.
Yeah, so we lost 3 senior guards that have started since they were sophomores. And each one of them will be tough to replace. I mean, Ethan Jones, we're losing 20 points a game, and then Tristan Bryant and Nolan Zerwanka were leaders, and they defended really well, took care of the ball. Those were really good players. We do have an all-district player coming back in Max Owen, who will be a senior, and we're expecting big things out of him. I keep looking down at my roster here, but the other seniors, we've got J.D. Burton, who he didn't start last year, but he played a lot of varsity minutes and was a backup guard off the bench last year, and he's going to take, I believe, a big leap forward this year and kind of take over the backcourt of this team. And then Ben Killian is another guard who I expect to get, a ton of playing time and step up this year. I think he could be a real difference maker. He was a good JV player last year, and he's gonna, he's got a chance to be a starting point guard this year on varsity, and he could be a really nice addition to our varsity this year. I think he could have a big year, and we're expecting him to. So yeah, those 3.
How is the JV team looking this year?
JV, we've got, there's only one player coming back on JV that played a lot of minutes last year, and that would be Lane Allen. Emmett Jones played, big minutes in JV last year, but I'm not sure he'll play a lot of JV this year. He's going to be another guy that's going to help us out at the varsity level. I expect him to play majority varsity. That sophomore class this year, a lot of those guys didn't get a lot of minutes last year, but they improved throughout the year, and it's really going to come down to those guys. And then Trent Anders and Harley Elliott, those are just a couple guys out of that sophomore class, along with Lane Allen, that will get a lot of JV minutes this year. And the freshman class, I've got 3 freshmen: Corey Haygood, Tyler Lowry, and Devin Alfonso. I could see Corey Haygood, he's going to be big for that JV bunch. He's going to do most of the ball handling, and he's a guy we're going to count on to score the basketball, and he'll also dress out with varsity. So,
awesome. You're starting the season at the Current River Challenge in Van Buren the Saturday after Thanksgiving, like you do every year against Winona. Does the first game seem to help the team figure out their roles and where they fit in?
Yeah, I think that first game, more than anything, we have all these practices leading up to it where we're just seeing each other. It's black versus gold every day in practice, and that first game, more than anything, it gives us a chance to see where we're at as a team. It's an indicator. It's real interesting, that first game, and it's an indicator of where we are execution-wise, offensively. How's our defense going to look when we go play somebody else? So that first game's always real interesting.
Yeah. So you start the season with a pretty solid schedule: at Malden, and Greenville at home, and then at East Carter in the first 2 weeks. All three had pretty decent seasons last year. How are they looking this year?
Yeah, our schedule, I'm not going to talk about those three teams specifically, but I'll just say our schedule. I mean, it's tough every year. Every night it's a battle, and we have to play really hard to win each and every game every night. I mean, it's always we play in a tough region, a tough district. We got some good teams in our conference, and then the teams, in our non-conference and non-district schedule are tough too. I mean, we just play a tough schedule, so it's always a challenge every night.
Okay. Then you have the Clarkton and Bloomfield tournaments, which are always big tournaments with some good teams. Then you have 8 more home games after Christmas, which must be nice since you only had 5 total last season.
Yeah, so the Clarkton Christmas tournament, this will be our 3rd year to play in that. It's an 8-team tournament, and it's a little tune-up before we go to Bloomfield, and they're both really good tournaments. Our kids really look forward to that Bloomfield Christmas tournament every year. We've played well in the Bloomfield Christmas tournament. We've made it to the Final Four out of 16 teams the last 2 years. And once again, like I was mentioning earlier, we get beat in the semifinals and just can't get over that hump. But that's not what we're not happy with that. We're wanting to play on that championship night. So that's the goal.
Then you have 8 more home games after Christmas, which must be nice since you only had 5 total last season.
Yeah, so last year we tried to add another home game. We wanted another home game. It felt like we were always playing away from our gym. We want to play at home as much as possible. We have great fans and great support, and my guys really like playing at home. It's a great atmosphere. It energizes us, and we're excited to have 8 home games this year. It should be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Homecoming will be the night of East Prairie on January 20th, correct?
That's correct.
Awesome. Then before you know it, it will be time for the OFC tournament. I know that we haven't started the season yet, but where do you see your team getting seeded, and who will be the teams to beat?
Yeah, I think Greenville for sure will be the team to beat right now in the OFC. They were really good last year. We split with them last year, but they beat us in the bigger game. They beat us in the conference semifinals, and then they almost won it all. They won. East Carter won it last year. Greenville was right there with them, and Greenville returns every single player, so they're going to be a really good basketball team. East Carter's been good the last few years. Neelyville and Twin Rivers are always tough. So our conference it's tough every night.
You finish out the season with 3 home games and 3 tough teams in Alton, Kennett, and Sykeston. Do you see that as a good lead up to districts for you?
Yeah, so last year we tried to add some more games right before districts. Being Class 4, our districts got pushed back a week, so we tried to add some games that week leading into it. The Sykeston game last year was really good. We went down there and played a really good Sykeston team, really close, almost won that game. And I felt like that really helped us get ready for districts. We went into districts, and we played well in districts. I know we came up a little short against Dexter, 1-possession game, almost made the district finals. But I think those games leading up to districts really helped us.
So before we wrap things up, you have a Jamboree coming up on Thursday the 17th. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, our Jamboree this year on the 17th, we've got West Plains won't be here this year. That's a team that's normally come, but they won't be here. But Alton took their place, so we got Alton, Dexter, and Sykeston coming in. We'll play them 2 quarters each in that Jamboree. So that'll actually be our first chance to see ourselves against other competition.
Awesome. And finally, what are some of the goals that you're looking to achieve this year?
Well, I think the goal was always to win a district championship. I mean, that's what we play for. Every game is a lot of fun and a challenge in itself getting there, but ultimately our goal every year needs to be to win a district championship and advance and see how far we can advance. So that's always the ultimate goal. We have several small goals throughout the year, but as far as the ultimate goal, I mean, we want to win a district championship.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and we will see you next time.
All right, thank you.